everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom review. See by the title below, yes, this is on episode 5 of Steins Gate Zero, and I gotta say, this episode was pretty damn good. Like, I really enjoyed it from the very beginning all the way to the end. Just the amount of suspense that was going on in this episode, literally, it just had me at the edge of my seat, like, just not believing what was happening and not knowing what was going to happen next. And it just gave this great feeling throughout the episode, numerous times, just a roller coaster of emotions, honestly. Like, from the very beginning, you have the emotion of like, holy shit, Moeka is here. What is she going to do? Is she going to, actually kill Mayuri, or attack them, or something along those lines? Also, it's one of the things that I've loved about Steins Gate Zero so far, especially in these past couple episodes, is that it really puts you into the shoes of Okabe, and you can really feel what he is feeling during these certain scenes. And in that very beginning part, like, he was just like, holy shit, why is she here? Why does Daru know her and everything? And I was feeling the same thing. My heart was like beating so damn fast. I was like, oh shit, things are going down. And even though like he said, maybe she's not here for them because they're, they're not doing the same thing as before. So there's no reason for her to be, targeting them and everything. But honestly, you never know. You really never know, especially considering the fact, like, when she was giving them information and everything, it seems like everything's all good. She's gaining the information you want. But then she's like, oh yeah, there is one information that there are someone else. There's another group of people, foreigners, that have been trying to look for Kagari as well. And I'm over here thinking, like, I don't know, there's like gotta be some connection between her and these foreigners. Like, I could be just kind of throwing things out there, and that might not even be it. But I don't know. I'm definitely not throwing her out of suspicion yet. There was a lot of suspicious things happening throughout this episode, man. The pure suspense throughout this episode was just crazy, honestly, in my opinion. But yeah, you had that whole beginning part just of everything going on with there, trying to figure out, trying to find someone that's been missing for 12 years. Of course, in the last episode, we kind of already knew where she was, of course, and that was with Ruka. And we saw at the very end of this episode, Ruka bringing in Kagari, and it turns out she has, like, amnesia or something. I'm not too sure if that's, like, a ploy, and she's planning something, because obviously she knew that, who Mayuri was and everything. Though it could be that that was, like, the thing that rejogged all her memory and everything at that moment. And another thing is that they didn't answer in this episode when they were talking about her amnesia is it like a recent thing, or has she had amnesia for the past, like, 10 years or however many years that she's been missing? I think it was like 12 years or something like that. Has she had amnesia since that time, or is it just really this recent? So that's another big question that got in my head. I'm guessing maybe it's probably going to be something along the lines of recent, and obviously seeing Mayuri kind of rejogged her mind and she ended up fainting. And of course, guess who comes in is Suzuha, like, oh my gosh, are you, Shina Kagari? And I'm over here like, she passed out. Who are you asking? Are you asking her unconscious body? Because I'm pretty sure she was unconscious at the very end. But yeah, great job with that, suspense and just a huge cliffhanger that they left us on. Because literally, I was just like, oh my gosh, literally throughout the episode, and it's making me feel like a crazy amount of emotions, and then it leaves us with that. Please let it be next week already. I need that new episode, And now, of course, that wasn't the only part. I kind of jumped ahead to the very end, but I really wanted to talk about that scene because it was just damn crazy. But there's still even more suspense with the fact that someone is following Maho. I'm not too sure who it is. It starts off at the station, the train station, and she ends up running, or pretty much trying to walk fast and get away from this person. Goes down to an alleyway, and I'm over here like, man, you never go down an alleyway. You're leaving yourself vulnerable by yourself. Stick with the crowd. The person can't do anything if there's a giant crowd. And I was just like, oh my gosh, Maho, move. Do not stay there. And of course, it ends up being the fact that it's actually her friend Judy or something. And that was one thing I liked about this episode, is that a lot of it, like I said, was suspense and just pure, just like like, holy shit, what's gonna happen next? It just got me like, honestly, like, kind of just scared a lot of the times for certain people, you know, a mixture of just like a crazy emotions going on, and then you have these comedy moments that just like, it lighten the mood enough that you're like, okay, we're good for now. Like the whole part with the professor teasing Maho, and then boom, all of a sudden she's getting chased, and then you find out it's her friend, and then it's more teasing of her and everything, her speaking English. And I'm guessing that Okabe couldn't understand really, because he said yes to the fact that he is her boyfriend. And then you find out she's like, yeah, you shouldn't have been chasing me since the station and everything. And she's like, what? I didn't chase you since the station. And then it's like, okay, there comes the you know, anxiety rising again. Like, who the hell was actually following her? It just so happened since Judy came along that it might have pushed them away. Obviously Okabe came as well, so maybe he could have stopped that either way. I'm not too sure, but someone is following her, someone is chasing her. What the reasons are, I have no clue. It could be the whole link to the, you know, just what they're doing at this with the her and the professor or something. Maybe her connection to Okabe. I honestly do not know yet, but it's gotta be like, this episode gave us so much damn questions that like, I want the next week's episodes to come already so we get these questions answered. It was that good of an episode that they did it a good job. It's not one of those like, oh my gosh, just question, please answer kind of thing, you know, questions upon questions. They did a good job in this episode of literally leaving you like hanging a little bit, like you have some knowledge here and there, but just enough of a hanging that you're just like, oh my gosh. It gives you that feeling of just like wanting more and more. And that's why I love this episode so much. I know I sound like I'm overhyping it and everything, but I actually really did enjoy this episode. The amount of suspense and drama that happened in this one was pretty damn crazy. And like I said, the comedy here and there helped heighten it, yet also kind of relax you a little. It's not just all craziness and everything, you know? And they even did that too when Okabe's talking to Mayuri, and it seems like everything's kind of calmed down. You know, it's nothing too crazy. Sure, Maho did get chased and everything, but we're not too sure. Maybe it was just all in her head and everything. And then, of course, yeah, like I said, Ruka and Kagari coming at the very end, and her looking exactly like Kurisu. I'm not too sure. Like, I really, really, really do not know. Like I said, I'm an anime watcher only, so please do not, you know, spoil anything. But she has a huge resemblance to, you know, Kurisu. And I mean, I kind of figured that too when they showed her when she was little. It looks practically like a small version of her, and even now when she's older now, it looks like, yeah, that's practically her. It's just a different voice. So I'm not too sure if there's like numerous possibilities, honestly. Like, for one, it could be maybe their child. I don't think so, because of the whole timeline thing and everything. Two, it could be maybe a clone or something like that. I'm not too sure. That's how crazy it is. And obviously, the only person that would know would be Suzuha. So maybe she'll, you know, explain some things in the future episodes. I don't know. I hope so, because literally, Kagari coming in to, you know, Okabe's life at this point, at this moment and everything, when all this stuff is happening, it just seems far too, what's the word? It just it's just like, this cannot be happening. This shouldn't be happening. It's too coincidence. It seems too much of a coincidence, honestly, in my opinion. So I don't know what her connection is to Kurisu and of course Okabe, but it's probably going to be something big, and I honestly cannot wait to see what's going to be happening in the next episode. Now that we do know it is her, and Suzuha is there, Mayuri's there, Okabe's there, practically everyone is there. So something is going to be coming up big in the next episode. So, you know, I hate cliffhangers, but I also love them because they really leave you at just this moment of like, please, I want to see next week's episode. But if it's done right, it really just gets your blood pumping and just like, oh, it was that good of an episode, you know? But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Is there anything else you want to talk about, comment below as well. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. As always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Anime watching only. How do you feel about this episode? Did you enjoy it like I did? Did you have that same feeling as I did? Anything you want want to talk about, feel free to comment below. And as always, source material, people who've played Steins Gate Zero, the game. How did you feel about this episode? Was it done right? Was it done good? Is all the things that are happening just like, how do you feel about it and everything? I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Obviously, as always, if you do want to put a spoiler, do the whole skip 4 lines thing. So if someone clicks read more, that's their choice. I don't want to be spoiled yet, especially considering all the crazy stuff is happening. Like, trust me, I'm kind of tempted to go and look, but I don't want to ruin it for me. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of anime watchers only that don't want to be ruined either. So please be nice and don't do that. Don't spoil. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, guys. So until next time, see ya.